Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brady Boy back at you. It is Wednesday morning. Not sure what time. It's pretty early. Got a little rain earlier this morning, so there's some water puddles around. And rode out here with my bud Jerry Smoker. Showed him the back way to get to the show. So Springer's getting a break today. And we have the feature tractors of this event, the Letter Series. And there's some spectacular examples of Letter Series tractors out here, and I'm guessing this field will probably fill up at some point. We're still the day before the show, so we're just having a little poke around. Jerry's over here to my left looking at battery boxes, or at least battery box lids for a tractor. So I took this opportunity to do a little video work. So we got a Super W6TA with an Electrol on the side here, a diesel MTA, a nice little C. It's a 1950 model, and here's a Super M and a really beautiful Super HV. And seeing lots of propane tractors here at this event. And here's yet another one, a Super M high clearance LPG. It's got to be very rare. Got to be very rare, these tractors, the LP jobs. And here's another Super W6TA with an Electrol. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And here's another little angle, a B, an A. Looks like an old H in her dress, work clothes, work dress. So, boy, you name it, they have it here. They have it here. This little A is decked out in a, and I can't remember much about the lift system in it, but it's fairly rare. And a 2-seat B. Great tractors, great tractors. Well, here we are at the new current inventory of Case IH equipment. Quite a good display here. A little bit of everything. Some of the smaller stuff. And back here we have a nice size 620 quad track. A nice little Farmall 35A. I see they revived the nameplate. Farmall Series Tractors, the Revolution, a 1923 International Files patent. Applications for the first Farmall tractor, and hand builds 22 for testing by farmers. Thousands of horses will soon be out of work. That's just exactly what happened. Okay, and here's a great big honkin' 7140 combine. I understand anybody with a spare $250,000 can probably pick that up. Here's a 70A tractor with a loader, an L545 loader. And here's a little row of tractors. A nice 150 Maxim, a 300 CVT, and I know squat about any of these tractors anymore, folks. My agricultural experience came to a screeching halt in the early 70s. and that's just about the time when the 66 series tractors debuted. So all of this new stuff is just way beyond my capability to comprehend. Okay, I see a lemonade stand across the street, so I think I'm gonna go get me a lemonade. Beautiful TD14 diesel. That's what the D stands for. The loading area, unloading area I guess now, and we're just watching the stuff roll by. I guess I need to get on the other side of the road here, but I keep getting interrupted by seeing neat stuff. And we got a really nice looking 1959 Farmall 460 set here, burbling away. Oh, here comes Mr. Hot Rod Ryan Peters. Come up from Iowa. He brought that and a couple of other tractors. Boys over there unloading a Super MTA. Let me get a still photo with this. Looks very good. Well, we just got the MTA fired up here. Got a really nice 2-point hit, 3-bottom plow. Hooked onto her there. Maybe walk around and have a look at the other side. Yeah. See how that plow comes off. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, depending on how much clearance they have. Ooh. Nice and slow. Take a little. Just got some chrome accents on this thing. We're going to have to put a couple of blocks under this thing. And that custom paint job there. Yeah, they put a couple of wood posts down there. And it looks like they're going to make her now. Sometimes things scrape a little bit, but they got her. They got her. A 311 mold board plow on there. And we're going to get a little demonstration of hooking the tractor to the low boy trailer here. Just back her right up under there. Presumably there will be some lever pulling. Yeah, the gentleman in the blue shirt over there has some levers. And I don't know if you can see it. Starting to move. And I guess it will latch down under there. When it gets down under there far enough. Yep, there you go. You heard it pop in. And just like that. Just like that. There you go. Okay, here's a couple of tractors. Here's a 1955 200 owned by Bob and Jackie Gearing out of Garrison, Iowa. Anyhow, that's just really, really nicely done. And here's a 57 450 demo owned by Bob and Jackie. So got all the demonstrator badges and boards, and some of it looks like it's original. That big board on top, that looks to be like it's been sitting in somebody's shed for a little while, but pretty well cared for. So, and it's got the don't know if they call it a tandem seat or whatever. And he's also got the demo plow on it. So that is a 312 gold plow. Beautiful, beautiful. This gentleman's stuff is all very nicely done. Very nicely done. And here comes the beautiful 55 400 LPG with the gold plow on it. Oh! Boy, it is, isn't it? Yep, things are really starting to heat up here at the unloading area. At the Red Power Roundup 2016, and Union Grove is the little town, and it's the Racine County Fairgrounds. Lots to see. Okay, here we have a real nice H coming off the trailer. And another nice H still on the trailer. Folks are keeping busy here, keeping busy. We'll wander down in a minute. There's a Super MTA High Clear being unloaded. Have a look at that. And here we have an International Eagle with a Haas Redneck RV behind the cab. And a great little collection of tractors here. There's a beautiful Super A and of course the Super MTA High Clear. And the obligatory Farmall red golf cart. Now this is really a nice 1206. Really like this bad boy. And a nice big Peterbilt next to it. We're going to go for a little stroll down Equipment Row here, I think. Well, we have some of Ryan Peterson's tractors here. Beautiful 450 LP, 450 gas, and his I believe it's a 1942 U.S. Army H, still in its original colors. Pretty amazing. And here we have Smoker One's 1954 Super WD9, beautifully restored. Have no idea who this great looking little W4 belongs to, but again, it's somebody's put some serious time, effort, and money into them. And here's that TD14 that we saw running coming in the gate here a little while ago. And right next to him's the 1955 TD9 Tom Habam, H-A-B-A-M. Maybe it's an N on the end, I'm not sure. Very good looking though. Okay. Here we have a 340 diesel, a 982 Cub Cadet, beautiful 55 100 Darlene and Alvin Walsh out of Grove City, Minnesota, with a, let me look at the plow on the back here. And this is a F11 one bottom two-way plow, single point fast hitch, built 55 and 56. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Here's a Farmall 826 with a bit of razzle dazzle on it. I bet that's part of the Farmall collection. out of Avoca, Iowa. Wouldn't swear to it, but it may well be. What makes me think that is the little DLD2 setting here and the 682. Yep, this is Perry and Mary Ellen Kelly from Harlan, Iowa. So maybe it's not. Maybe these tractors belong to them. Some of them are identified and some are. Big hefty 1256 with the old ice cream box cab. A 3488 Hydro, which looks to be pretty original. Maybe just hosed off a bit. Oh, a really nice Hydro 966. I'm gonna have to step back here in a moment and get a picture of this. There's 2 or 3, well, yeah, I guess 3 in a row beautiful tractors using Hydro 86 and a nice little 504. So excuse me while I take some still pictures. Okay, I believe this is part of the Clark collection. Bob Clark and his wife came down. Yep, this is Bob's 1969 1456. Another 1456. Notice the attention to detail. He's got the belly tanks on them. Just gorgeous. The wheel bolt heads are not painted. They were not painted from the factory. And the axles are black. From what I understand, they weren't actually painted. The axles were not painted at the factory. Here's another 1456, and let's see what year this one is. This is also a 69, and it says Kevin, and I believe Kevin is Bob's son. So here's 3 1456s. Beautiful. This one's a 1970 model. How you doing? I'm another picture taking fool today. Okay. Here's Bob's 1206. It's a 1966 model, and I just love this 806. I don't know if it's a Wheatland or a Standard. And the story is the Wheatland is actually a bare bones version of the Standard. Other than weights, I don't know that there were any options on it. It was just a drawbar tool pulling tractor. So anyhow, this is a 63 in memory of Mike Clark. And Mike is one of Bob's sons that passed away here a couple of years ago. And here's his 656 Hydro. That's a 19, what is it? I don't know. Looks like about a 1970. A nice little 340 utility. What do we got running here? Oh, here's that 1955 400 with a gold plow on the back. And they're all putting together their sunshades, their canopies. Again, the beautiful 1256. A 666 narrow front. 544, that's a 68 model. 1968, owned by Don Rittmacher, M-A-C-K-E-R, of Hebron, Illinois. And a 1846 shop mule. And a 1950 W4. Don's got quite a few tractors. All these are Don's. A Super W6. Boy, a 1957 450 out of Monroe, Wisconsin. A Mike Moellenbert, M-O-E-L-L-E-N. Oop, watch out I don't get run over here. And another 450. Beautiful tractors. Beautiful. And here's a W450. And a really beautiful little 350. Oh, Raleigh Moore. The tractor belongs to him. I say he belongs to the tractor, but well, that could be the case sometimes. You never know. Nice 806, owned by the Shade family out of Hebron, Illinois. And excuse me, folks, if I butcher these names that are probably pronounced nothing like they're spelled. So here's a 706. Looks like it's awaiting restoration. And a nice 350 diesel. Well, walk back and start at the other end. Well, here's another enthusiast working on his 38 F20N. And I believe the N stands for narrow. I don't know if that's John, but it's owned by John and Kim Brown, Greenbrier, Tennessee. So they've come a ways. Nice little 340 utility. A 560 diesel. CB Farm, Carol and Bill Gristle, Union Grove, Wisconsin. So that's a hometown tractor, as this is 460 diesel. And the 350 gas. This 350 is kind of neat. Got a picker, one wet row picker on, and the wagon as well. Let's have a little walk around here. Wagon is yet to be restored, but it's definitely a McCormick steering product. This is pretty cool. It says 1 PR. I guess that's a 1 picker. Beautiful. I always enjoy it when you get the implements on some of these tractors. Okay. Pretty neat, that's for sure. This is a little 986 and a 1958 350 utility. Don Hoekstra out of Alto, Michigan. Oh, beautiful 47H. Here's the back side of the plow and tractor. You're fine, but thank you for the thought. Nice little 1950 Cub. I think the lawn chairs was an optional with some attachment, as was the bar stool on this 54 100. Beautiful condition though. Beautiful condition. Okay, let's have a little spin down there. Okay, here's the Van Wy LLC collection, Pine Island, Minnesota, for Randy Van Wy and his 544 Gold Demo and the 1970 544 Row Crop, which is distinguished by the larger diameter wheels and the taller spindles on the front end. Some good information that Randy put together. 1970 is the one and only year IH offered the Gold Demonstrator Program. The purpose of the program is to give as many potential customers as possible hands-on trial of the new IH tractor models. And now lots of information down here. The 544 diesel utility is one of 3 currently known. The 656 row crop diesel is one of 2 currently known, and the 544 row crop diesel is one of 1 currently known. It's pretty amazing tractors. I actually got to drive a couple of these for Randy from the loading area over here, and it was just a joy to be on the end of a hydro lever again. Does a beautiful job. Actually, geez, who was it that did the paint on here? It slips my mind now. A gentleman by the name of Jason, I think. So it'll come to me eventually. 1983 3088 Nate Weinkauf. Looks to be fairly original, maybe been polished up a little. Nothing too razzle-dazzle. Here's a 44H, 51M, and I got some still pictures of this 1206. Really beautiful done. It looks even better without the plastic box on the wheel. And for my still photos, I actually took the liberty of moving it out of the picture. So, and here's what looks to be an original 7288. No kind of information posted. And here's a 234 2-row picker, and if it's mounted on maybe a 706, a 450 with a cab, a beautiful 460 high clear. Now I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit here and get some pictures of these things. 1566 and another beautiful 1206 standard. Oh, somebody did a great job on this Cub Lowboy. Looks beautiful. And we got some other items here. We'll just work our way around and have a look. One of the later Cub Lowboys, probably something from the mid-70s. Oh, it's got a tag on there. Let's see what it says. It says, I think that's a 1967 Lowboy. Here's a beautiful Cub, 1948. And an 808 that's still under wraps. Maybe that will come off at some time. We'll wait. We'll wait for that. Hope he takes that plastic off sometime today. It'd be nice to see. And a beautiful 856 Wheatland. Very nice. And that is a 1967 model out of Kyle, Wisconsin. K-I-E-L, Wisconsin. Louis Shima. 856 Wheatland. And it was sold new in central Kansas. But pretty nice looking tractor. Well, the sun's in a little bit more favorable position now, so we have a 7288, an STS transmission in it, and this is one of, I don't know, 18, 19, 20, I can't remember the exact statistic, but it's quite the beast. So let's walk down this way, have a little look-see. There's an interesting 666 turbo down here, so there must have been some serious modification done to this thing. quite a piece of work. Quite a piece of work. Somebody put a lot of time, effort, and dinero into that thing. Here's a 350 Wheatland. Looks to be about a 57, 58. 350 Wheatland LPG, which has to be pretty darn rare. Take a little W4. And here's a really nice 5088. Don't know if this was ever been restored or not. Still has a sticker on it. Only 250 actual one-owner hours on this. Badger International IH Trucks and Farm Equipment, Wausau, Wisconsin. So, pretty cool. Okay. And all you folks that live in the heavy snow areas, this is what you need. IH snow blower. Let's see if I can find it's an 80. An IH 80. 3-point hitch PTO attached to the back of a Hydro 86. But there can't be many of those floating around. Well, here's a 1466 black stripe. And every time you see a black stripe, it begs the question, is it a real black stripe? Because black stripe was a 1976 model year. But lots of guys like the paint scheme, so they just kind of use a little artistic license there. And here's a really, really nice 826. Beautiful shape. Everything, it looks like it's been restored except for the seat. Got a pretty good size rip in it. And here's a 560 diesel that looks like it might have just been cleaned up a bit. That was about it. Well, I don't know if you can see it all from this distance, but there's Max Favorite's truck up there, and he's unloading his gold demo collection. I don't know if that's the first one out of the chute, but he's got a 544 Hydro Utility gold demonstrator, 1970. And what's unique about Max's is it doesn't have the lever on the side. It has the foot controls. It has two pedals down on the left hand side, and they're marked F and R. So forward and reverse. So we'll have to check this out. Beautiful tractors all over the place, that's for sure. Okay, Max has got the little utility out there, the 544 Hydro. And now he's backing out. He's got two narrow front end tractors so he can overlap things a little bit. And so it's a 1086, excuse me, the 1026 or the 826. Having a little difficulty there. Needed some spotting help. So what do we got? The 826 Hydro. And Max, he's got 5 gold demonstrators. You can only haul 4 at a time. And he has the Hydro version of the 826, and of course the 1066. Those were all Hydros. And the only one is the 1456, which came in the gear drive version only. Okay. Well, here we have Moz coming over in the W4. And we got that beautiful 1206 standard here. He's even got the period dress on. So, Hank Balder Farms Inc. Got a beautiful Peterbilt and a real nice trailer with some graphics on it. And here we have some tractors in their work clothes. And some wagon running gear. I don't believe that I've ever seen any running gear at a show. And you got one in the back there, all painted red. Looks like it's been taken care of. And you got one here where the wheels are done, but the frame hasn't been done yet. So, and a disc and a rotary hoe up on the wagon top. Uh-oh, do I spy a little yellow under there? I'm not even going to go there, folks, asking what that wagon running gear is. Beautiful, beautiful little Cub, 48 Cub. Henry Posbrig, Muskego, Wisconsin. Muskego? I don't know. Yeah, quite a nice collection of Cubs here. There's one with the sickle bar mower. Let's have a little walk around here. Oh, this is a nice little trailer. We've got hooked behind the Cub lowboy. Two lowboys. This is a 57 and then a 55. Not a whole heck of a lot of difference other than the paint scheme. I think 57 IH went to the kind of the off-white paint scheme. Beautifully restored Cub. A set of cultivators on it. That is really nice. And the show grounds are kind of starting to fill up. Let's walk over here and see what we have. (1954) Super MTA diesel. Swart Brothers, Cambria, Wisconsin. Just a gorgeous little Cub lowboy, 57, owned by the Swart Brothers. I think I may have to get me a picture of that, a still photo. Beautiful. Okay, to resume our little tour here. Case IH Scout XL. And I wish it wasn't there because I'd love to get some pictures of this beautiful WD-40. Boy, that is in great shape. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And here's a 666. Another 666. No identification on anything here. Oh, here's a 404 with, must have the extra long axles. And here's a 2404 with a belly mower. That's an industrial. And oh yeah, here we go. A couple of nice 404s, the row crop version and the utility version, LPs as well. I guess I'm gonna have to stop. I kind of wish those plastic bags weren't attached to the. I wish somebody would invent a nicer, more aesthetically pleasing cover, something that would protect the seat and still not look so awkward. That's just a picture taker's point of view, I guess. So let me sign off for a second here and take a couple of snaps. Okay, here we have just a couple of really gorgeous high clearance tractors. We've got an MV M Vegetable. And on the earlier models, they had the cast front ends on them. You can see the little IH symbol there. If you can see it, hope you could see it. Beautiful restored. And next door it has what this would be a 1954 Super MTA diesel. And it has the more conventional front end with the tall spindles. And let's have a little walk around here and get a look at the running gear from the back. Hopefully the sun's in the right position. You can see there, that's a pretty good shot that there's a drop axle mechanism there, and my understanding that it is chain driven. So there's a sprocket on the axle coming out of the housing, the upper housing, goes down attached to a sprocket or a gear. I'm not sure which again. So don't call me an idiot just yet. Lots of laughs. And then it drives the axle. So the axle coming out that goes through the hub of the wheel, it's quite short. So, but beautiful tractors, that's for sure. That one's kind of interesting. It has no PTO, just a dummy plate there. You see what I mean? And this one does have a PTO. Okay, I'm gonna go wander through some barns here for a few moments. See what the different facilities around here all have exhibits in. So we'll have a little tour maybe. We'll see how it looks in some of these buildings. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of everything in this building here. Got blankets, we've got signs, can holders, a little bit of everything. Clothing, hats, toys. And here's a bit of literature. Looks like manuals and what have you. Here's some things you don't see every day. An IH lawnmower. An IH space heater. Some old seats. Some tin work. Some wheels. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. If anybody's interested in some toys, some early stuff and some later stuff. Okay. Woo! Gotta love that. A little tractor company. That's a great way to see it, huh?